What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Dudes Who Bet Daily, May 28th, 2023. We are back today with some more sports and horse betting. We're having a pretty good week here, guys. We got to keep this going. Another 3-in-1 day yesterday. Magic, undefeated on the week so far on the totals.
Me too.
He's got another one. I was going to get there, Papa Dude.
Oh, okay.
Trying for you too. Don't worry. Papa Dude undefeated on the week as well.
I never get this far. I have to be happy.
With two nice plus money parlays. It's been a good week so far. Nice to be back in the black. We're going to start out today talking a little Heat Celtics, talking a little Stars Knights. Did you guys see this ESPN win probability? One of the crazier ones I've ever seen. Boston never below a 50% chance to win the game until the last 3 seconds and then come back and win. Just look at that spike there.
Wow.
And phenomenal finish. Jimmy Butler hits all 3 free throws to put them up 1. And then we get a terrible inbounds play where Smart just jacks up a 3, but they get saved by the tip-in, and we are going to Game 7. Aaron, what did you think of the game last night?
It is so funny because you mentioned the terrible inbounds play, and I'm thinking to myself, this game is over because I'm saying before the inbounds play happened because I knew they wouldn't get a good shot. You just knew. If you've paid attention to this in the coaching mismatch, you're like, this game's done. And like you said, horrific inbounds play. To Smart's credit, he almost makes it.
Yeah.
Goes in and out. And then the tip in. My immediate reaction was, no, there was no time left. I don't think he beat the clock. And then they showed the slow-mo. I'm like, oh, my God, we got a Game 7. It was crazy. For Butler to play really bad and then make those free throws, nothing but net. I'm like, this guy's just a baller, man. He has struggled this whole game, and he just made all 3 of those, no problem. Definitely felt like the Heat were going to have a miracle win, and then it turns into a Boston miracle win.
Unbelievable, Papa Dude. We're going to Game 7, only the 4th time in 151 tries. The team down 0-3 has gotten to a Game 7. Miami's going to be an 8-point favorite somewhere in that range in that spot. I'm sorry, Boston's going to be an 8-point favorite somewhere in that range in that spot for Game 7. They're now plus 125 to win the NBA title.
What was it the other day?
It was plus 265 before Game 6. It was plus 450 before Game 5 and 8-1 before Game 4.
Yeah. Well, we all said this was going to happen. You have to bet them then if you were going to bet them. And, how can you bet the Heat? What they play Monday night? I mean, how can you bet? I don't know how you can come back from that.
It is going to be awfully tough. I'm still rooting for Boston to be up 10 at half and the Heat to win Game 7.
Oh, me too. I would love
because of the blow up that will happen from it. I cannot wait if that would happen. It's hilarious.
It would be awful.
But we'll see if that ends up going down. Aaron, any interest in Boston plus 125 to win the NBA title? Because I do think they're going to be favorites against the Nuggets if they get there.
Oh, I do too.
If you go any interest and then start talking about NBA, my answer is always going to be no. As I sat there and watched that game last night, I just thought to myself, thank God I don't have money on this game. I just can't get a feel for it, guys. And hockey, complete opposite. NBA, I just can't at all. So no, I don't have any interest in betting it. Maybe once we see a game or two in the finals, maybe I'll have a little bit better feel for it. But this is what Boston is just insane this whole playoffs to bet.
Yeah.
It's just been crazy for them after that first series.
Does anyone know who has home advantage? Not that Boston does.
Boston.
They had better regular.
I might have to go the Celtics if they get there because Denver doesn't play well on the road. Although they did go into LA and win a couple, which is going to help them. I think it's going to be a fascinating series. Here's the deal: if Boston goes ahead and wins, isn't it natural to maybe have a little letdown going into that first game? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, Boston has had to play one short of the maximum amount of games to get to the NBA Finals if they are able to win. They went 7 with Philly, 6 with Atlanta. Now they're going 7 with Miami. So you got to assume that just from a rest perspective, Denver is going to be ripped around to go and have a little bit of an advantage from that side of it. Boston only 6-5 at home in the playoffs. So who knows how much home court matters there. I think Denver cuts up either of these teams. I just don't want to bet Denver at minus 135 to win the title when I'm going to get them plus money in a couple days if Boston wins.
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, don't bet it now.
I'm going to bet the Nuggets to win the title in some way, shape, or form. If it's Miami, I might lay 2.5 games with the Nuggets. If it's If it's Boston, I'm going to get plus money, and I'll probably lay a game and a half, thinking Nuggets can take care of it in 6 at home if we get to that point. So we'll see what happens here. Going to be interesting to see this game 7. I think the Celtics are going to win. I like the under in it. I've already bet the under in game 7 because game 7s generally play under, and this is going to be one of those grinded out, slower paced games just because of how those two teams want to play. Over on the ice, Aaron, we talked about this. Don't bet a minus bet in that Stars-Knights game. The Stars end up winning plus 135, 4-2 final, so a game does go over as well. Are we worried the Stars can win this series? They got game 6 at home, then they go back to the game 7 of the night, so we're going to see both of these series go 7 after being down 0-3.
Absolutely. They should be worried because the Dallas Stars are the better team. I really, honestly, and truly believe that. This Aiden Hill finally look like a goalie that he should look like in the third period last night, giving up that weak goal. This freaking guy robbed Dallas like 100 times. I don't even think I'm exaggerating. This guy was out of his freaking mind. Dallas was dominating and they could not score on him. Finally, just a little wrister from the corner goes in to make it 3-2 in the third period. I looked at Heather. I said, finally, this guy looks like the guy we thought he was, and we're going to win this game and cash this plus money bet on the Stars. But look, I think the Vegas Golden Knights are still going to win it because, my gosh, it's hard to win 4 in a row. But they should be a little worried. This Dallas team, I think they're going to push it to a game 7, guys. I think they're going to win tomorrow night. Now, can they go in there in Vegas and win again? I'm not sure. But I think Dallas is a better squad. I just think the goalie situation for Vegas has been out of control, and he's kept them not only in the series, but got them up 3-0 because Ottinger struggled there for a while too. I think all things being equal, Dallas is better. I'm not sure they can finish it off. I do think they push it to a game 7.
Let's not forget game 1 and game 2 both go to overtime. The Stars end up losing both those games after dominating game 2, Papa Dude especially. Now you can get plus 275 on the Stars to win the series. Any interest?
I like that a lot. Aaron made a very good point. I mean, if you think the Stars are better than the Knights, and I do too, I think they proved it last night. And I think for a lot of the series, they have been better. I think you take that. I do. Hockey, it's a little bit easier to come back from 3-0. It's obviously not easy. But if they go and win in Dallas tomorrow night, that's 3 in a row. Why can't they go back and win that game 7? They can do it. I think the whole key is the Dallas goalie. I really do. If he plays like he's capable, I think they win it. Now, did you see that statistic or hear that statistic last night at what he is in elimination games?
No.
This statistic is fantastic. He is great in elimination games.
He's going to have to be great 2 more times to be able to get them through. Aaron, can I interest you in a Panthers over Stars exact Stanley Cup final 7-1?
Yeah, I would take it. I would take it because I do believe the Florida Panthers are going to beat either one of these teams. And look, 7-1 is enough of a price to take that. And here's the deal on the big plus money to whatever he said, 225, 250 on the game or on winning the series. If you believe they're going to win game 6 like I do, you might as well play that because they're going to be like plus 130 probably in game 7.
Yep.
You might as well take it now.
You can come back and cover yourself too. I mean, that's the beauty of that. If they win game 6, plus 275 is a big enough number just to buy out your stake and be able to have just a free plus money bet going into the last one. Right now, first time the Panthers have been favored to win the Stanley Cup. They are even now with both of the other 2 teams in the West plus money. However, don't bet them even because you can bet that the Eastern Conference winner will win the Stanley Cup at plus 110. So you can still find alternate markets to be able to get a better price than just straight betting it. We've talked about alternate markets a lot. Make sure you're shopping around because you can get a better price. All right, let's roll into today's games here. The Reds taking on the Cubs. Smiley on the mound for the Cubs. One of my favorite pitchers to bet right now. Cubs minus 160, total sitting at 7.5. Aaron, what you thinking?
Yeah, I couldn't go with the Reds today. I looked at it for a while. The Reds have won 2 in a row. I cashed with the Reds yesterday, but I couldn't go with them today because of what you talked about or who you mentioned, Smiley. I just didn't want to go against him. The biggest problem for the Cubs so far in this series is they can't get the Reds out. Well, that should kind of be, you would think that would be negated today with Smiley on the mound. And look, the Reds pitching, it's not great. The Cubs, they scored enough to win yesterday, just couldn't get them out. So I think the Cubs win this one. Minus 160 is tough, though.
Yeah, I'm looking at first 5 laying a half run, Papa Dude, with the Cubs here because I want to find some way to get closer to a plus money bet. Right now, you can find that anywhere near even. There's a little bit of plus money available out there if you shop around a little bit. What are you thinking here from a Cubs Reds perspective? Ashcroft on the mound for the Reds.
I can't get the Cubs right. I miss them almost every day. I really do. I don't do well with them. The Reds pitcher had pitched well early in the year, and he struggled the last couple. And that ERA is a little bit misleading. He had a good ERA up until the last 2 or 3 starts. If he's on today, it might be worth it. What are the Reds like plus
140?
Yeah, probably not enough.
That's the problem. It's not enough.
Not enough. Yeah. So I will stick with the Cubs. I think it's going to be hard for the Reds to go in and sweep the Cubs in Chicago. But like I say, I don't ever get the Cubs right. So
Doc going under, best bet Reds Cubs 7.5. If I was going to play the under, play the first 5 under. You're getting under 4 in the first 5 versus under 7.5 for the game. I think that's the better play if you're looking under Reds Cubs there. All right, let's jump over to the Astros and the A's. And I think you both know why I put this game up.
Yes.
The Astros minus 275. The total is 8.5. We've talked about this 4 days in a row.
Yep.
It is 3-1 if you play against the A's first 5 full game, and you are getting a significantly better price. Papa, dude, guess today's price on the Astros to win the first 5 innings and win the game.
Well, I kind of heard you talking. It's in like the 120s, isn't it?
125.
Yeah.
No, that is wrong. It should be like 150, 160. Give me the Astros to win the first 5, Astros to win the game, minus 125. By the way, fading the A's this way is 8-2 in the last 10 games. And the most juice you've ever laid is 165. And that was when they won 2 days ago, when they had their best pitcher against a bullpen game in the A's. This is just wild that you're still getting these type of prices on the double result. So this against the A's double result is going to be one of my favorite bets for the next week. Well, probably next 2 or 3 weeks. I don't think the books are going to adjust that much, Aaron.
I don't either. I mean, I think they would have by now. I mean, this is a trend. Come on. I mean, this isn't something new. This has been happening for a few weeks now. We'll see what happens with this, but yeah, take advantage of it while you can. Totally agree. I mean, look, this is a bad team.
Does law of averages weigh into this at all? I mean, sometimes I just think they have to win a game someday.
Well, let's talk about law of averages, Papa. Dude, they are 10-44.
I know that. I know they win a game every 2 weeks, and it's time.
So 2-8 actually is right around where they should be. The difference is we found a way to beat the juice. We're not laying 275 every day. We're not laying 300 every day. We're laying 115, 120, 125. That's been the difference here with these Astros A's
exactly.
games. So that's where I think this is interesting because I agree they're going to lose. They're going to win 2 of every 10 of these. But if I'm laying 115, 125, and they're winning 2 of 10, I'm making a lot of money.
That's right. Absolutely.
It's funny that Papa Dude brought that up because on Sharp Money, Amal was talking about the due theory, right? And they're going back and forth. They're due. They're gonna it's gonna happen today. And he told a story about the Orioles, who were historically bad one year. And he said, I tried to play the due theory of, they're going to win today. They have to. It's a big plus money. And I think he said they lost like 18 or 19 in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Magic has said this twice on the show this week. The worst team to bet is the A's.
Yeah.
They're down. I think they're down $3,200 if you're betting $100 money lines, and they're plus 2 something every day. They're just that bad. Don't try and find ways to make money playing against them. Don't try and play with them because that's going to.
And Michael makes a very good point. They don't beat teams like Houston. No. That's the other thing. I remember, I think they went into Kansas City and beat the Royals twice. Those are the kind of teams they have a chance against. So, I mean, yes, this is a no-brainer today, really, because Houston's playing good too. Good. And their pitcher is pretty darn good today.
Yeah, it's wild to me. This is 125 again today. I didn't make it my best bet because it's minus 125, but I already bet it myself. I will continue to be betting this. It's wrong. They need to change. They don't need to change it. Keep it the same so I can keep betting it. All right, Marlins, Angels minus 126. Total sitting at 8.5 here. Papa Dude, what do you think about this one? We've got Sandoval on the hill for the Angels and Perez on the hill for the Marlins.
Well, I like Sandoval a lot, and the Marlins beat him last night. I think they beat Ohtani last night, didn't they? Didn't he pitch last night?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Did they take Ohtani out with the lead?
No, I think it was 3-3. But he needed to come out. They hit him.
Yeah, they hit him enough to get him out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with the manager taking him out when it's 3-3, and they've hit him a little bit. I don't have a problem with that. But anyway, I like Sandoval a lot. The only thing is, I was reading the Marlins hit lefties pretty well, and he's a lefty. But I'm going the Angels. I don't think the Marlins are going to beat two good pitchers 2 days in a row. So I'm going to go the Angels.
Kind of like the under here, Aaron, at 8.5. Marlins generally don't hit the ball very well. Both of these pitchers are sneaky good, not good, but sneaky good. They can show up with a decent performance every now and then. You can get under 4.5 first 5. That's where I was looking at. You have anything here, Aaron?
I like that play of the under, but I think get out your brooms. I think the Marlins sweep.
Whoa!
Tonight.
Whoa!
The Marlins dominated the first game. The second game, Ohtani's pitching, so I stayed away from him and said, they were plus 190 though, and I almost did it. I said, no, Ohtani's really good. They're not going to beat him. And they took him into extras. They beat him. I think they're going to beat him again. I think the pitching matchup, obviously, a lot more favorable tonight for the Marlins. They're hitting the ball really well. They're playing decent. Give me the Marlins. They're plus 115, 116 right now. I'll take them.
Yeah.
Ooh. Going with the fish, man.
They're a decent team too. They're feisty.
The Marlins team total under was on fire for a while there. Now they're actually starting to swing the bats decent here. So when they put up runs, they can be a little bit dangerous. I love Luzardo when he gets on the mound. He's been one of those pitchers for me. When you get him plus money for the Marlins, he's sneaky good, and you're not paying the same price as you are with Sandy Alcantara either. So Let's jump over to the race of the day, Belmont, race number 8. This is another toughie for us. I didn't make it easy on us today. We're going a mile on Belmont's turf, state bred, $45,000 N2X allowance. Aaron, where are you going on top?
I'm going a little bit of a price here. I'm going to go number 7, Frank's Art on top. 6-1 on the morning line here for Christophe Clement. Manny Franco jumps aboard today. Look, the horse is coming second off of a layoff. I think that's going to help. I think we'll see an improved effort. I kind of like the stretch back out to a mile. Horse has only been at a mile one time. Got third, only beaten ahead at Saratoga in a race very similar to this one. And then the next race was also at Saratoga, going a mile and 16th. Only got beat a length and a half. So, I think the horse can stretch out and be pretty successful. I know both the wins have come at 6 furlongs and 7 furlongs, but I still think the horse can go a mile. So, a lot of pace. I think he sits a nice pocket trip. I think Franco gets him out at the top of the stretch. I think number 7, Frank's Art, is going to be tough to hold off today.
I'm not sure there is that much pace. The key here is going to be the 6, right? Sunday with Sandy. Nice name here for Papa Dude.
Yeah.
If Sunday with Sandy decides to go, I think it could get a little hectic up front. If not, I think Not Far Now has a big shot at 10-1, the 10 horse for Orlando Noda, Jose Ortiz taking this field gate to wire. We'll see if the pace duel sets up. But if it doesn't, I think the 10 has a big shot there. I'm going to go with the 4 horse on top here. 3-1 on the morning line. Catch That Party, I think, sits the absolute perfect trip here. I love the cutback to a mile. Tried it 2 times ago. Ran into Straw of Golden, Call Me Harry. Ended up running 3rd in that race. But I think this distance fits this horse well. 4 tries on this Belmont turf. 1 win, 2 seconds. So give me Catch That Party. Oh, excuse me. Give me Catch That Party 3-1 for Maker and Irad Ortiz. Papa Dude, where are you going?
I'm going with you too. I like the 4 as well. Very consistent. Usually he's right there. So I like him. I kind of like number 8, Battle Scars, just a little bit. Been around him pretty well. Hit the board all 4 times this year. He's a closer. Might get up there with that pace. He's going to need the pace to go. Same with the 4. But I'm with you. I'm going to go with Catch That Party.
Should be a fun race there. I actually have the 8 in the top 5 for me, and the 7 was my 3rd horse, Aaron. So we are all very similar here on how we kind of see this one. I'm using 4, 10, 7 in most of my multis here to try and get through this race, which should be a pretty fun one. All right, let's jump into the best bets of the day. We'll start out with Magic's best bet. Like I said, he is 4-0 on totals this week, trying to go 5-0 here, taking the Mets Rockies under 7.5 first 5 innings. The total is 12.5, so getting under 7.5 first 5, pretty solid. 2 starters that aren't great, but a pretty big number here. They have to average over a run an inning to get over this total in the first 5. And the Mets, not exactly the best offense in the world. So he's headed to the Rockies Mets under 7.5. Aaron, talk about the Twins.
All right. Well, this is the worst part of the show for me every week, or every day, I should say, because listen, I just want to tell you.
You're holding us back.
I know. And I want to tell you what happened yesterday. And don't take this as bragging. This is just what happened, right? Stars plus money, winner. Phillies plus money, winner. Reds plus money, winner. San Diego, the team I used for the best bet, lost, right? You got like Churchill free picks, all like 6 winners. Belmont free picks, 6 winners. Like, I was incredible everywhere, but this little segment that keeps on hanging me up. So let's try it again. Let's try to get one right for a change. I'm going Twins minus 105 today. I don't really know why they're not favored. I think they should be favored by a little bit, or they should be favored by like, minus 120, minus 130. Look, the pitching matchup is pretty even. Barrios is pitching a little bit better for the Blue Jays. But Ober for the Twins, he's very good, and they're at home. It's a rubber game of the series. I usually tend to favor the home team in those kind of situations. Like I said, pitching matchup looks good. At home, trying to win 2 out of 3. I think the Twins should be favored, and they're not. So give me the Minnesota Twins. I'm sure they're going to lose now that I've given them out as the best bet on the show.
No, they'll win today because I bet the Twins as well. Barrios awful on the road. He is atrocious. And so you're getting a good offense, a good home team in this Twins with a decent pitcher on the hill. I agree with you here. I think the Twins is the right side. I thought they should be like minus 130 in this spot, and you're only laying 105. So I like the Twins wager here. Hopefully we can get them home. I'm going to run it right back to the Nationals. We took the over 2 days ago. They won. We took them yesterday plus 100. They won. I am not sure why they're a dog today. If the A's didn't exist, do you know how much we would be mocking this Royals team?
Oh, yeah.
They're awful. They're very bad. They're 15 and 38. They're 7 and 21 at home. They are starting a guy named Dylan Lynch today. Do you know about Dylan Lynch? No, you don't. You know why? Because he was awful last year for them and hasn't started yet this year. Oh, by the way, we get Mackenzie Gore on the hill for the Nationals. He was one of the major pieces in a trade from San Diego because he was supposed to be good. He's 3-3 so far this year. The Nationals have the better offense. They've got the better pitcher, and they're plus money. Give me the Nats. Let's see if we can go Nats back-to-back days plus 100 here. They should be like minus 140, and I have no idea why they are not, Papa Dude. Makes no sense.
I don't either. I saw that too, and I knew you would pick it. So I agree with both you guys' bets. I mean, Aaron, you got to get this one today. That one, I think the Twins are the way to go, and the Nationals. Yes, they're better than the Royals.
They are.
The Nationals are not awful, and they're starting to hit the ball. So I love that bet.
They have officially entered the frisky offense section of the chat here. They every now and then they can put up 8-9 runs, and their pitching isn't awful. And when they're playing bad teams,
and the over might be good on this game too.
Yeah,
I think it was 9. Wasn't it?
That's how to put it. They're a good bad team. So when they play bad teams, they win.
That's true.
All right, Papa Dude, tell us about your Papa Dude parlay.
Well, I don't know what the under is for the first 5 in the Yankees San Diego game. Can you see that real fast? Can you find it, or is it hard to find?
I can find it quickly. You can talk about your parlays.
Okay. 2 great pitchers going to, or I don't know how good Darvish is, but he's well respected throughout the league for the Padres. Huh?
3.5.
Yeah, that's a little low, I think. I mean, it's not with these 2 pitchers, but it's risky to go 3.5 as your best bet. And the Yankees are sending out Garrett Cole, who, he's just pretty reliable. They're at home. I think this is a rubber game in the series as well. And we're getting decent money to make the parlay worth something. I like the Yankees today with Cole against Darvish. Should be a low-scoring game, but I think they're going to win. At home, they're the one that gets us the value in the parlay because the Braves have a distinct pitching matchup favored them against the Phillies tonight in Atlanta, Sunday Night Baseball. I think it's the rubber game of the series too. So let's go Yankees, Braves. See if we can get another parlay home this week at plus 139.
I like it, Papa Dude. Aaron, are you watching this Dodgers-Rays game at all?
I am tracking it on the computer here. Yes.
So I have the Rays minus 1.5. Aaron likes the Dodgers. He was giving me shit because it was 3-1 Dodgers. It then was 7-3 Rays. It's about to be 7-7. This is a massive
Are you kidding? I would have never bet that.
They're in the 3rd inning.
Yeah. Wow. They're in the 3rd inning. There's 2 on, nobody out on 2nd and 3rd for the Dodgers. It's going to be at least 7-7 going to the bottom of the 3rd here. The total was at 10. They have flown over that in 3 innings. The in-game total right now is 20.5.
Wow.
20.5. Wild. All right, let's run through the best bets before we take off here. Are we doing a show tomorrow?
I mean, we can.
Papa Dude, you want to do a show tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Monday. Well, if I'm home, I will. And I don't know why I wouldn't be.
All right. We'll do a Memorial Day show tomorrow. So join us back here, same time, same place, 9 a.m. tomorrow. Let's run through the best bets here. I'm running back to the Nationals. 3 days in a row, I have bet the Nationals Royals, and I don't feel great about it. Papa Dude going Yankees and Braves plus 139. Aaron taking the Twins minus 105. Magic, Mets and Rockies under 7.5 first five. I still can't believe it's 7.5 in the first five. We are 11-5 for the week. We are up $739. We are up $403 for the year. That's a hell of a comeback in 2 weeks. I think we were down like 800 2 weeks ago. So love this comeback here. Thank you very much for joining us. Good luck with all your bets in the sports and horse racing world. We will be back tomorrow for a special Monday edition so we can try and stay hot. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.